The Lakers and the Mavericks just made one of the most exciting trades in NBA history, and it was so surprising. I'm sure pretty much everyone has seen, but I'm gonna pop the trade up right here on the screen. This was a 3-team deal with the Lakers, Mavericks, and Jazz, where the Lakers got Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris, and the Mavericks got Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 Lakers first. The Jazz got Jalen Hood-Schifino in the 2025 Clippers second and the 2025 Mavericks second. The craziest thing about this trade is apparently LeBron nor Luka had any idea this was going on, with Mavs GM Nico Harrison coming out and saying that defense wins championships and that they were concerned about Luka's conditioning, and that's why they made the move for AD. Now that we've got the trade specifics out the way, let's talk about how each player fits on each team. Starting with Luka on the Lakers. First and foremost, this trade can never be an L for the Lakers. Even if they don't win a championship with LeBron on the roster, this sets them up for years to come, with Luka only being 25 years old and already being a top 3 player in the league with championship experience. But as of this moment, this does not make the Lakers a championship team. The Lakers currently have too many playmakers, not enough depth, and not enough rim protection. With now having 3 primary playmakers on the team with LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka, I think it's time that Austin Reeves gets traded at the trade deadline here in about 4 days. I'm expecting the Lakers GM Rob Pelinka to make another move for potentially Walker Kessler of the Jazz, shipping off Austin Reeves in their 2031 first-round pick, or potentially even Dalton Knecht. And the sad thing is, I know Lakers fans love Austin Reeves, and he's made a home there, averaging 18 and 6 this season. But if the Lakers want to be competitive, they have to get a center, and this is their best piece that they can still move. But if the Lakers are still in trade talks with the Jazz for Walker Kessler, he's currently averaging 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks a game, and will be a great piece that I think would move the Lakers closer to that championship contender. But as far as Luka's place on this team, I believe he will become the primary ball handler even when Bron is in the lineup, but I think JJ Redick will stagger LeBron and Luka's minutes so that one of them will always be the primary playmaker, handling and dishing the ball. But while Luka and LeBron are on the court together, I believe JJ will run a heavy amount of open corner ball screens where LeBron is the roll man and Luka is the ball handler. This set was super effective for them earlier in the season when they had D'Angelo Russell running the ball handling duties and LeBron on the roll. But now that they have Luka as the ball handler, I believe this set will now become virtually unstoppable for defenses. Now that Luka has the ball, he can shoot a step back 3, dish to the corner, throw a lob to LeBron. The options are endless, and it will be a nightmare for opposing defenses. Speaking of defense, the Lakers just took a huge hit to their defense as AD was their defensive anchor, and Luka Doncic is notoriously known as a horrible defender. But with Dorian Finney-Smith getting his rhythm back last night, going 5 for 6 from 3-point range, their defense might not be all that horrible, as they can keep Dorian Finney-Smith in the game longer if he's going to hit open threes, which was a struggle for him when he first joined the Lakers. But now if he's going to be able to hit shots, I could see him potentially getting into the starting lineup. Also, with Jared Vanderbilt coming back from injury, this team is not as bad defensively as they may look right now. Having 2 really good wing stoppers and LeBron, who can still play pretty decent defense for his age. But even with all that said, they still ranked 21st in defensive rating this year, and that was with Anthony Davis on the roster. Further signifying that the only way they're going to sniff a championship in the next 2 to 3 years would be with an elite rim protector. But now that they have Luka, they may have one of the best offenses in the league. Currently, they're ranked 13th in offensive rating, but that is sure to jump with Luka on the roster. For me right now, the biggest question with this team is how much longer can LeBron go? He's already 40 years old, and he may only have another 2 years left in him. And can the Lakers capitalize on those 2 years left? Because this will be their best chance to win a championship. And furthermore, how quickly can Luka adjust to playing with LeBron? But that's enough talk about Luka and the Lakers. Now let's talk about AD on the Mavericks. Now, while I think this trade could go down as one of the worst trades in history for the Mavericks, AD is not a bad player to have on your team. As far as winning a championship in the near future, I think this did actually help the Mavericks. AD is currently averaging 26, 12, and 2 blocks a game. Even though he has health concerns and is 31 years old, if he can stay healthy through the playoffs, these Mavericks do look deadly. One thing that some Mavs fans that are critical of this trade may try to dismiss is Luka's poor play in the finals last year. He did average 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists on 4.5 turnovers, while he shot 47% from the field and just 24% from the 3-point line, shooting his team out of a few games in that series. Now, while I don't think they could have beat the Celtics even if Luka would have played at his best, during the regular season, he averaged 34 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists on much better efficiency. While I'll remind you that Anthony Davis in his won finals, played absolutely amazing, averaging 25-10 on 2 blocks a game, on 57% from the field and 42% from the three-point line. But with all that said, if the Mavericks don't win a championship in the next 2 years, they're probably not going to get one. With their core of Kyrie, AD, and Klay, where Kyrie is 32 years old, Anthony Davis is 31, and Klay is now 34. But in my opinion, this team should do much better together while they're on the floor now, with AD being able to run pick and rolls with Kyrie, and with their shooters being able to stretch the floor in Klay Thompson and PJ Washington. This team will be a tough matchup defensively for any team come playoff time. Also, AD now gets his wish of being able to play with a good defensive center in Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford. And that's not even to mention the amazing depth this team have, with PJ Washington now possibly coming off the bench and Najee Marshall starting. They have good backup guards in Spencer Dinwiddie and Quentin Grimes and even Jaden Hardy. This roster can definitely contend, but the only problem I'm seeing is they're currently the 8th seed and they have to get their chemistry to mesh while they climb the standings for playoff time. I think one of the most interesting parts of this trade that I don't see a lot of people talking about is the fact that Kyrie is now going to be a #1 option on a team that is looking to contend, which is the reason he left Cleveland. And now, ironically, LeBron has traded another piece to Kyrie to see if he can be the #1 option on a contending team. But what do you think? Does this make either one of these teams better than the Celtics, or are they both just going to lose anyway? But if you like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you like me, go ahead and subscribe. We are so close to 1,500 subscribers, and we drop daily NBA bangers every single day. But no matter what you do, love all y'all. Peace out, man.